Welcome back, everyone. Okay, let's get the clamps off and get that on that puppy. Okay, so I took those off, but then part of the saucer decided to pop apart again, so I had to re-glue a bunch of the area here. Yeah, so I gotta let that set. So while that sets, let's get the tail end here on and go from there. All right. Just gotta make sure here that the lights here are gonna be lined up all right. That's all right. That's not too bad. Okay. Just putting the tape on there like that because I need the electrical tape. I'm going to use that again to hold the back end on till the glue dries. Hard part is to get each part fit properly. Which is why you do test fitting. Okay, all right. It's gonna be a tough fit, but it'll work. Okay, that looks good. All right. Then once that is all set, then I take the hangar doors here because we want them to look, well, they're going to be open. So I'll have to cut that in half and then cut it back to a certain point here, so like this whole front section will be gone and just the two corner sides here will be put on the sides there, just, you know, like the hangar bay doors are open, ready for landing, blah blah blah, that kind of thing. Okay, that's all I can do for now. Okay, it's all holding together except for the last little back here. I had to re-glue that. You know, that's the only real issue I have with with putting together a model of this size, is that sometimes it just doesn't want to hold, but it's holding now. Just had to add a little extra glue, but it's working. Just gotta let that set. And now let's take the clamps off this and let's get this ready to go. Looks a whole lot better there. But once I get the whole ship together, get the masking on, and get the everything nice and tight, do one last little paint job on the whole ship once I mask off all the windows. But for right now, because that looks really good, very nice. Okay, now let's work on that landing bay here. Okay, so what I'm going to do here is going to cut that right in half and then bring it back so it looks like the doors are open. So let's get that done. Okay, there we go, got them done. Now, like you see here, got that extra little strip here. I gouged it out there as well. So makes it look like it's the main doors. All right, let's put these on. Just doing a quick test here. Good. Very nice. Time to get these puppies melded together. All right, so I got these all groups of wires here, all ready to go. I need to get these all fed down the front. That's why it's always nice to do test fitting first, just to make sure everything looks like it's going to fit fine. Okay, good thing I just did do the test fitting, because I forgot to hook up the main lines here to light up both hulls here. So let's do a quick light test to make sure that the window lighting is going to work here and on there and around the main hull. Okay, moment of truth. Ooh, yeah! Looking good. Very nice. All this area is lit up. All that's lit up. Perfect. Okay, I think we're ready to actually put this together now. There we go, with a bunch of clamps and I guess ingenuity, I don't know. It's all holding together. Just gotta let that dry now. So I got the pads on here to keep the clamps from harming the plastic. So looking good. Not bad. And there we go. She's all together now. So I got putty all along in here, along the areas here where the join lines come together. I had to add extra glue on the back here and on the other side. It's holding together, just filling it up. And I got putty on the join lines in here. Now, for some reason, this warp engine was hanging a little bit low. So I took a small sliver of plastic and put it in there, raised it up, and now it's beautifully level along with the other engine. So you can see that there. Before, this in here was hanging way down, but it's right where it's supposed to be now. It looks really good. Now this here didn't close up properly there. I'm not sure why, but that's holding up fine. That's all holding up fine. Get putty on all that. A little bit of that after the putty dries, we'll clean it up. Looks like battle damage, but I'll clean that up. A glob of glue got on there, but that's an easy fix. But anyway, it looks good. Just gotta let that set, and then I'll do a final painting after that. Okay, so I got it all sanded off now. Everything's all closed up. Looks good. Nice and smooth. I'm just gonna mask all the windows now and areas that I painted at. Everything's gonna get masked. And then I'm just gonna give the whole ship one last going over. I don't think I really need to worry about the engines. They look pretty good still. So basically it's just the primary hull around the edges here, and the secondary hull needs a good going over with one last coat of paint. It's probably going to be about a couple of layers of paint, and then that's pretty much ready to go. Okay, let's get that masking done and then do the last paint job. Oh, and before I put the decals on, I have to spray the entire ship in a gloss coat, not a dull coat. The decals will adhere a whole lot better onto a gloss coat. And once the decals are on, then I do a dull coat over the entire ship, so it's not overly shiny, because you notice in the movies that it's not shiny at all. Okay, let's get this going. Alright, all but masked off now. Except another part of it decided to pop off. Had to re-glue that. Then I can get the rest of the masking on. Looks good. Not bad. It's going to look really good when I finally get the last paint job on. And, yeah. Alright, all masked off. All the windows and everything there. Masked off fine. Looks good. Okay, so let's get this paint on there. really improved now. Looks good. Let that set, flip it over, finish it off, and then we're done with the paint. Well, until I put the clear coat on for the decals, and then the once the decals are done, dull coat, and the model is finished. There we go, there we go. Looks good. Nice and clean. Not bad. Very nice. Ooh, yeah, this puppy's looking good. Very, very good. Not bad. All right, now it's time to put the varnish on, the acrylic gloss coat. So I'm going to get that all on here so it'll be ready for the decals. So that'll be the next step. All right, and also putting the gloss coat on the deflector dish as well. So I got the main windows up here, and the botanical garden windows are taped off because I want those windows to stay perfectly clear when I put the dull coat on. Alright, just gotta let that set now, and then I'll turn it over and do the underside of the ship. Alright, there we go, all ready for the decals. But even before the decals, we gotta get the wiring finished, get it all hooked up to the circuit board, make sure all the lights and everything are working, and then the very last thing we're gonna do is apply the decals. But that's it for this episode, everyone. I know. In the next one, we are gonna dedicate that episode to wiring it all up to the circuit board, doing a test, and make sure everything's working just fine. So please like, subscribe, comment, don't forget to share, and click that notification bell for any future uploads. If you have any questions or you want me to do commission work for you, contact me at epyc.models@gmail.com. And please check out my website, www.epyc.models.com. See you all again later. Bye-bye.